Howdy folks, Uncle Mike here. I don't know about you, but I am ready to be out in the trees. Our fall hang is just around the corner, and I want to spend a few minutes just kind of bringing everybody up to speed so we're all on the same page. Our fall hang initially started in 2009, and that year, and in many of the years since, we encouraged large group gatherings, large group activities. We had a big potluck dinner, we had prize giveaways, campfires. Uncle Mike invited everyone to his campsite for Saturday morning breakfast. Oldgringo kept the coffee flowing. Hospitality site was open for folks to come and hang out. At our last potluck dinner in 2019, over 150 people attended, and the breakfast we served that morning had over 110 people. We suggested that folks come to the hospitality site where they would make name tags, where they would experience the pay it forward table, maybe drop off some prizes for the tree prize drawing that they wanted to donate to the pool. And we also had demos and workshops and said for campers to really blur the boundaries between the campsites. Wander in and out, mix and mingle, get to see each other's gear, and get to know one another. Then 2020 happened. COVID hit, the world changed. We didn't have an official group activity last year. But in 2020, a bunch of folks did come and camp. And those who did come and camp were limited on group gatherings the state required. And so we found ourselves doing head counts rather than just wandering into sites to see one another. There was a lot of waving from a distance, and nothing was done as an official group. Hugs and handshakes that were the common greeting in the past turned out to be fist bumps and waves. Instead of pulling up another chair at a campfire, we would mostly just kind of wander home. Many folks chose to stay home. Safety was everyone's top priority. Now it's 2021. We're excited about being back and having as many folks join in on the fun as possible. In fact, at my last check, Fairfield Lake State Park had no vacancies according to the park's reservation system. We're all adults who are responsible for our own choices and how to keep safe. The encouragement to participate is do it as you feel comfortable. A lot of the things that we did pre-pandemic, we're going to get to do again. There will be workshops for folks that want to attend. Uncle Mike's Breakfast is going to be open in full force on Saturday morning with breakfast tacos of potatoes, eggs, cheese, peppers, onions, and bacon. It's important that we respect the choices of one another. So while some may be ready for hugs and handshakes, it may still be fist bumps and waves for some. Instead of blurring the campsite lines, it's probably more appropriate that we wander down the driveways and the streets and just kind of wave. If you're invited in, by all means, come on in. And if folks just respond with a wave, give them a smile back and keep with the wandering. We are going to have a way that we can help determine if a campsite is okay for wandering in by encouraging those that want to kind of put out the welcome mat to tie some of this green survey tape around their site number post. That'll be kind of the signal that, hey, this one's okay to wander into. This roll of tape will be at the hospitality site for anybody that would like to add it to their particular spot. Green means go. If there's not a green flag, certainly you're welcome to hang out with friends you know. It's going to look just like it did pre-pandemic with a couple of modifications. We're going to have campsite number 40 designated as the hospitality site again this year. There's going to be a banner identifying it, and it's going to be the central spot to gather. It's going to be the place to make a name tag, to drop off tree prize donations. It's going to be a place for the pay it forward table to be set up, and we'll have a campfire at night for folks to have an option to come hang out. I've been in a lot of conversations over the past few months with a lot of folks that have been in our community for a long time, folks that camp with us regularly, that are part of the healthcare industry, and based on those conversations and my conversations with park staff, if you're camping with family and friends or meeting up with old friends, you're going to be right at home. Things are going to be just like they've always been. If you're on a stroll looking for a welcome mat, I already mentioned the green tape. If you happen to go to a campfire that's got a green tape thing, bring your chair with you. Don't assume that just because there's an empty chair at a campfire that that's okay to sit in. A recent check of the online reservation system says that the entire campground is booked. If you have not yet booked your site, my encouragement to you is to return to the reservation page frequently over the upcoming weeks because things do change. The block of sites that we have within Cook Ferry have had some changes even in the last couple of days. If you're planning on sharing a site with someone in a site that you've already made a reservation for, you may want to check with me to get kind of an idea of how many hammocks that site can handle before you commit to having 3 or 4 extra hammocks when you're in a site that barely has enough just for the 2 of you. Some of the thoughts about our group activities in the past, classes and workshop, the consensus is that those are going to go wide open and people can attend any way they like. Now, if a workshop leader wants to have folks distance a little bit more or some particular guidelines for that workshop, that's up to him or her to promote out to everyone well ahead of time so that we all are on the same page. Is there a topic that you want to teach? Send up a post, send me a message, and we'll see about adding that workshop. There are plans for a Dutch oven demo that's going to go on at the volleyball field on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Question about campfire gatherings. We're going to have them, a campfire at the hospitality site. There's going to be one probably in the volleyball area. There are other campsites that I know folks have had group campfires in the past that are eager to do that again. So wander around, look for those sites with the green tape and the waves and the wanders in to join in on those campfires. The plan for the volleyball field is a Saturday night campfire, and that is quite frankly subject to a volunteer committing to me in advance that they're willing to set it up, stay with it, and make sure that it is completely out before the last person has left at the end of the evening. It's a good campfire area, but only if we're going to have it manned the entire time that it's burning. Saturday night potluck dinner and tree prize, that's where we're going to see a little bit of a change. On Saturday night for dinner, the suggestion is going to be have something more centrally located to your campsite. You may want to eat with your family and friends. There may be a couple of sites to join together in different places. We're not going to do a big all-camp potluck dinner this year. Next year we expect that to be back. The tree prizes are actually going to take place with an afternoon drawing. There will be a drawing box set up at the hospitality site that you can put your name in prior to Saturday at 2 o'clock. And then at 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon, we're going to start drawing names out, and we will make a list of the prizes and the winners. We'll have that available at the hospitality site. We'll post it on social media. Those that are there at the time of the drawing obviously will be able to get what they win at that point. Anything that is not gathered by someone who's won by the end of the evening that night, those prizes are going to go back into the box and be re-given away next year. You don't have to be there right when the drawing happens, but you do need to check into the evening Saturday and make sure if you won, that prize is picked up. I mentioned the pay it forward table a couple of times. Patrick Schaefer is the guy who is wrangling that. He'll have the definitive rules and guidelines. Get with Patrick on the details. He will be at the hospitality site setting it up. I think it's going to set up Friday. Be on the lookout for that as well. I've mentioned hospitality site several times. We will have a name tag station there. If you have your name tag from years past, by all means bring it. If you don't have one, we make name tags out of chunks of wood that are hanging around our necks with a piece of string so that we don't have an identity crisis. It helps us all remember names. Folks that have asked about hoorahs or buffs or those sorts of things, when you've got the hairline that I do, these are really handy to cover your head, and I wear them all the time. In the past, I've ordered a bunch that are for our Texas Hammock hanger group. They come in green, blue, and khaki. And then I also have some that are in the red that are Uncle Mike's Outdoor Kitchen. But if you want one of those, they're $20. They're brought to the camp out. But again, we're not going to have extras brought with us. So if you'd like, either comment below or send me a private message. I'll send you PayPal information. Saturday morning breakfast. Again, last time we did it, we fed over 100 folks. In order for us to know how many groceries to buy, please shoot me a private message or a comment below this video that you are coming or you are not coming. And if you're coming, how many mouths you're bringing to feed. We're going to have paper plates with us this time so you don't have to bring your own plate. We will fill your plate, pass that on to you so that you can wander on to wherever you feel like doing the munching. So what's new for this year? Getting back more towards normal. We're also doing something that we've never done before. We're excited about it. We have a couple that first met at one of our hangs a number of years ago that have chosen this hang weekend and our location at Fairfield as a place for their wedding. Yep, we're going to have a wedding under the trees. That's the plan. And so I'm not going to give you any more details than that right now. I'll let them deal with that. But that's an exciting thing that's going to be coming up. If you have questions, the first thing I suggest that you do is go to the event listing on our Facebook group, and in that event, scroll till you see the link to the frequently asked questions. There's a lot of information there. The next thing is you can post your questions down in the comments here, or you can post them on a teaser post that'll be going up in the next couple of days about a Facebook Live Q&A. 2 Thursdays from the event puts us at October the 28th. I'll get on Facebook Live at 8 o'clock on October the 28th and field your questions. Ideally, we'll have a bunch of the questions ahead of time. I'll address all of those. I'll address any that are given live. If you can't make that live feed, that's okay. It'll be left up on the page and accessible for anybody that wants that information. Look at your pack lists, keep getting excited, and we look forward to seeing you at Fairfield Lake State Park in just a few weeks.